Well, I need to share a mistake that I just made, which actually showed me a much better way to do this. When I do the final step of this sashing by sewing this top piece over to cover the seam, I try to get it close to the edge, but I never want to miss and not get it sewed, so I usually have a little flap. And what happens when I do the horizontal sashing is very often I catch that flap and it gets turned over. Well, I'm on the third row. There's my first two. And I inadvertently, when I change my stitch, I have a computerized sewing machine here, where my 3/4 inch stitch is a 37. And when I do the top of that, I do it at 0, 0, which is a normal 5/8 seam, so that I can gauge my stitching according to my presser foot here. Well, what happened was, when I went to change it from the 37 to the 0, 0, I went down 3 here instead of the up 3, and I ended up on 4, which is a zigzag. And this is actually, so this seam is actually sewed differently from all the other ones. But this is a great way to do this, because this top seam is now all stitched, and I'm not going to be able to catch that. So on the last row, which is the only chance I'll have to do that, I'll be able to see some of these. I tried to get pretty close, but even there you can see I have a chance of catching that. So from now on, when I do my sashing, when I stitch over this top part, that's what I'm going to be doing. And you can't really tell on the back. I mean, you can't tell that it's a different stitch. And you won't be able to tell. No one that doesn't know isn't going to know from this top part either. So I think that's the way to go, and just wanted to share that. So there's the center part of the quilt done with the vertical sashing. And you know what? I'm going to go back over the rest of these and do that zigzag stitching, because it's worth it to me. It's too many times when I have caught that little piece of fabric there when I'm doing the horizontal. So bottom row is all done, 1 row in this one, so I just have 1 row in this third one, and these other 2. I can do that. So there we go. Be ready for the horizontal and then the borders. So it is getting there. Pretty cool. I really like this quilt. I think this is just a really cool quilt. I love the colors. I love the colors. I love the red and that blue. They're just very rich. I love it. Oh, there we go.